Half Worcesters, he punches out 2 on the left side. 2-8. Can he convert the half Worcester for $50? No go.
'67 and a 14-pin advantage through completed frames, which would be the 5th, opposite a 9 box by Det Klein. Leaves the 6-pin.
Got it. His 4th mark. 3 spares and a strike at 77 and counting. Box 7 for Det. Has a chance here for a mark.
He's not going to like that piece of wood way out in front of the 9-pin, though. 2 pieces, and not good. Oh, that's a great shot. I'm sure people at home are saying, what's so hard about that? But you never know when that pin is looking at you and you cap it, just how it's going to react. And to push it straight back like that, that's phenomenal. Ball had to be just right in the center of that pin.
See how we can follow it up.
Four horsemen right through 1, 3, 6, and 10. Trying to go 2 in a row, and much needed, really. Trailing by some 15 plus the ball on Dave Hodge's spare.
Back to back.
2 in a row. I put Det Klein in the same class as Hawk Halas, as far as you got to beat these guys. These guys will keep coming at you as long as it's mathematically possible. There's no give up in their vocabulary. Oh,
7 end up going. They keep falling, maybe more. Yes, 8.
It's only an hour show, Dave.
1 and the 7. Try to cut it over, but the 7 stays up.
No, that's a 9.
Hey, come on, right back and sit on.
9 bucks. That slid off and caught the wood in the channel.
Opposite a spare here. If he's open and Det has a good fill, it could get interesting. 2, 4, 6.
So he'll be open, these 2, opposite 2 marks by Det Klein. So that's going to find himself down, but he's got a chance to cut into that and make this match very close. 16 pins minus this ball. So he would need at least another mark, I would say. He'd love to put 2 more up and make Dave mark the last 2. Oh no, you heard it. Oh no, he said when he threw it. Just 2. That hurt.
That is the half Worcester guy from Marlboro, which is about halfway to Worcester from Boston. Of course, he didn't want that at that point. It's an 8. 2 shy now, the century mark at 98. Final box for Det Klein. Hoping to go out by making some noise. 2 pins away from a spare. Got it. He'll get 1 bonus ball. 108 plus this ball.
The only hope is to throw a strike on this and then hope Dave Hodge has a few bad frames, which is not likely the caliber of bowler Dave Hodge is. Best he can do is 118.
Gets to 116. So Dave's going to need 13 pins to win it. 13 pins over the final 2. Gets 8 of them right there. And possibly looking at his 5th mark. He has 3 spares and a strike so far. This is his 4th spare. That's going to make it official. Dave Hodge on to take on Halas. Rematch between these two from when Hawk knocked Dave out in the Challengers match earlier. You think Hodge is looking forward to it or what? You bet. It starts next right here on CNA. Welcome back. Our championship match today in front of a strong crowd at the Bowlerdrome has Dave Hodge, your challenger, up against Hawk Halas, who is shooting for his 7th week in a row as King of the Hill. These two met earlier in the season. The Challengers match won by Hawk Halas, 149-133 over Dave Hodge.
They know each other well. In fact, that started, Rich, that's his streak. Oh, wow. Took a while. Let's take a look at this one. That's the head pin, folks. Takes a left-hand turn, takes out that 8 pin.
And a fill of 9.
Seven pin? No.
Wanted that 1 ball ago instead. 29 for Hawk through 2.
They've got a lot of rooters here, including his fiancée, Christina. Ouch. 2 pin out of there.
Two in the back row left for the 3rd ball. Gets the 7. done.
Ball seems to be exploding off his ball when he gets it in there. Those strikes are going quickly. Watch this one. Right in the 1-2, the 1-3 pocket.
Seven, but only sounded as good as it. Only if it was as good as it sounded. No problem.
Well, he's thinking back on that second box, that 7-pin. That would have been 3 in a row for $50. He uses the wood effectively next to the 6-pin, all the way over into the 7 for his second mark. 2 out of 3 boxes, both spares. 39 plus the bonus ball.
Had a fill of 9 the first time around. This time it's 6.
This time, much more difficult spare leave, 2, 4, 6, 10.
$54 through 4 for Hawk.
Right out the front, brother. Let's go.
He was thinking double strike. Instead, he punches out the 1, the 8, and the 9. Spread eagle plus the kingpin in the middle, the 5.
Phil adds up to 8. Here's a chance. It would be his second mark.
Avoid the wood to the left. He's going to shoot right at the pin.
Two good bowlers, both with 2 marks apiece.
All right, Hawk.
Hawk off the headpin to the left will take out 4.
He was fortunate there. I think he put up 2 fingers. He thought he was going to have the half Worcester left. Oh, great recovery. Is it enough to knock it down? It is. I'll tell you, lane 35 has been good for Hawk Halas. Got a mark in the spares in the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th, all lane 35. He can solve 36. He's got a big score.
Seven on the fill.
Head pin plus the 9-10.
All right.
$79 his score through 6. After that 8 in the 6th. Here's Dave now. Box 5.
3, 6, 10 in the 8-pin. Don't care for that piece of wood between the 3 and the 6. It isn't turned enough. Didn't have the good angle to cover the 10 or the 8-pin. Ten-pin advantage for our champ. Oh boy. Drops 8. That's the good news. The bad news, he leaves the 7 and the 9. And not much there.
Dave open, 2 in a row. And the champ is going to have a 10-pin advantage, 6 boxes into game 1 of 2. Can Hawk Halas make it 7 weeks in a row? We will find out before the hour is over. More Candlepin Challenge next on CN8. If you're looking for a way to break out of the winter doldrums, we invite you to join us next week for our next taping on Sunday, February 10th.
That's right. February 10th, as John said, we start about 9:15 in the morning. And hey, come down. You might have your name drawn out too for our strike challenge, which is $500 today. Who knows what it will be next week? Hopefully it'll be $525 for somebody, but I know Joe Maloney might have something to say about that.
He's the guy this week that'll go after the $500, and the jackpot could grow by the time you are with us on the 10th of February, just a few days before Valentine's Day. I'd buy a big box of chocolate if you could win the jackpot. Hawk Halas with the lead by 10 pins, operating now in the 7th.
Oh, this is his lane so far today. It's lane 35, drops 9, leaves the kingpin. We'll have to check that one.
No Earl today.
Oh, he stepped on the foul light on the other lane going down. But he'll learn. He's a rookie. That's it. Oh boy, yes.
Not bad.
Not bad, yeah. He's got to work on the gracefulness a little bit. Oh, already he's waving at the cameras. First day here. My. It took Earl weeks, not months, before he acknowledged the camera. Just heard from the truck. They have that stat down there. It was season 3 before Earl waved at the camera. Rick waves at the camera the first week here. It's pretty good.
The fill now for Hawk after the spare.
He cannot solve lane 36, and it's not because he's not throwing a good ball over there. That was right in the pocket. Leaves himself the triangle 4-7-8 with a 10. Oh, look at this.
Last month in the January 2nd edition of the Revere Journal, there was a nice article by Carrie Schumann about Hawk Halas's run here on the program on CN8. Learned some interesting info about Hawk too, including the fact that he was a 3-sport standout at Chelsea High School. Football, basketball, and baseball. Pretty good bowler too.
Does it say anything in there about him bowling me on TV once?
It doesn't mention that.
Yeah. Sure. Sure.
Would that not have been a highlight on his resume?
Probably not, because he went down in defeat. That's when we're both a lot younger. Five, 7, 8, 9. Piece of wood way out in the front. Oh, terrific shot.
Vocal support for Dave Hodge, as you can hear.
Plays the wood, gets the triangle. The ball comes back for the 7-pin. Drop of 6. Pulls them within 10 pins of our reigning champ.
He's opposite a 10 box right now.
Oh, 2 in a row and 2 terrific shots by Dave Hodge.
Watch Dave's reaction. Is he pumped? You bet.
Oh,
So's James Briand, who's with him today. His young fan in the background, sitting in the seats right up front.
you may see James back. If this is a victory for Dave, you might see him here next week, too. Be a long ways to go.
That'll be a 9, not a 10. Gets him to 114 through 9 boxes.
Big strike on the 10th.
Couple extra balls coming up.
Double up. Come on now. Score another one. Come on.
Looking for the double strike. But it's going to be a great finish, this final box for Hawk Halas. Much needed, because his challenger, David's got 2 marks in a row.
134 is a good score. I think a week ago in game 1 he was up at 145. But he'll take the 134.
Come on, Hodge. Keep it going, bud.
Dave can get $50 with another mark. He has 2 in a row, 2 spares in a row, looking for his 3rd and bonus money.
Yes, he does. $50. It's going to go a long ways to maybe having the lead going into the second game.
Just the 7 for 50 more. 4 in a row.
And lead, or possibility of the lead anyways.
Got it. One ball coming up. Chance to move into the lead.
Anything over 3, he will have the lead against our champ.
Gets it. Up by 3 pins, 137-134. How will Hawk Halas do bowling from behind? We'll find out in game 2 of the championship match, plus the strike challenge coming up next on CN8.
Hi, everyone, and this is the Strikes Challenge segment. And in case you didn't notice, Trina's not here. But I got Joe Maloney from Quincy, Mass., and he's going to shoot for $500, Joe. And don't get nervous, but we got about 3 million people watching us.
Yeah, right. Last time I bowled, I got a disappointing 4, as you know, but I didn't have my bowling balls. This time I have my bowling balls, so hopefully I'll do
there's
better.
no excuses. You can try for this once a year. He had a shot last year, and you got what?
4.
Hey, you're going to do better than that,
That's
okay?
right.
Go get him. $500 on the line.
A strike gets him the 500. Be $50 for a spare. Otherwise, $1 a pin, but we're rooting for the 500. Now we're rooting for the spare. That's what he wanted a ball ago. Oh. Chance to get an even $10. Got it. Recovered nicely with the last 2 balls. That's an improvement on the 4, no doubt about it. Joe doesn't look happy, but you think about that all show, you know your turn's coming up. And just had one crack at the strike. Dave Hodge now was a 3-pin advantage and finished game 1 red hot. Keeps that going. Look at Dave and his buddy James in the background. Oh, yeah.
You're doing exactly what I'm telling you to do, James says.
Been away from a double. Can he go spare on strike? You bet. Al Hawk's in for a test. But he's been up to it the last 6 weeks. No one has gotten the better of Hawk Halas in that stretch.
Like I said, you're going to have to beat Hawk. He won't beat himself. Trip south of 4 and 7, 3, 6 and 10. A shot at the spare in the first frame.
Open in the first. $9. So want to fall too far behind. Would really love a mark here in the second.
After 1 box, the lead is now increased to 14. And he's opposite a spare. Not a bad break off the head pin. The 1 and the 8 left. Or 1 and the 9, I should say. He finally solved lane 36 with that strike in the 10th. His other 4 marks all came on lane 35.
Got it. Hanging steady is Hawk Halas.
Yeah, he will. Dave Hodge is another veteran. Quite many years of experience as Hawk Halas, but certainly a seasoned veteran. Working on a spare, trying to make it 3 in a row and start that streak of bonus money again. Wants a 7 pin to go. It does. 6, 9, 10 for $50.
And the run of marks ends. It dated back to that first game. It had been 5 in a row. 6 in a row, I correct myself. I stand corrected. It's a 9 here. 46 through 3, game 2.
Eight marks out of 11 boxes bowled by Dave Hodge. Only 4 open frames. Well, the 2 open frames. Chance our champ to climb back. Working on a spare when he gets up there.
10 box. 56 in this game through 4. Big first ball coming up for Hawk.
That's pretty big. That's pretty big.
Strike on spare now. Bonus money territory. Look at the replay. 4 the last to go.
Oh, he hasn't Last 2 weeks hasn't had bonus money. You would think he would be due. 2 in a row. Well, it's not as bad as it looks. The 1, 7, 9, 10, but piece of wood behind the head pin should throw the head pin toward that 7 pin. The wood should take the other 2. Oh, right in front of the 7. Gets most of that deficit back, though, back to just a few pins separating our bowlers.
So close.
1 pin. 2 pins this game for Hawk Halas and 1 overall. Two, 4, 6, 9, 10. Probably like to catch a piece of that wood as the ball goes into the 2 pin.
Dave's cooled off a bit. 3 in a row open. Couple 9s with a 10 in the middle. Almost got a strike. Great chance for a spare.
Just the 5 pin. And much needed. Get some of that momentum back.
There you go.
Boy. Wow. One of the better balls he's thrown in the last several weeks. He leaves himself to 7-10. Piece of wood. Not so sure it's going to help.
He gained 1 in count opposite a 9. It doesn't. So with 5 boxes of the second game, it's dead even. Now, though, Hawk operates opposite a spare from Dave Hodge.
Drops 8. Got a chance for a spare of his own with a 6-10. Boy, don't you hate that? The object pin is a 6. You miss the 6, chances of making the spare are nil. You want to hit the 6 pin, he hits it 2 flush, drives it straight back, misses the 10.
So he got a 9, and there's a slight advantage for Dave Hodge with a huge fill ball coming up in box 7 when we come back. What a finish this promises to be. More of the Candlepin Challenge next on CNA. Welcome back. Glad you're with us once again on the Candlepin Challenge. We're seeing a good one in the championship match. Dave Hodge with a slight edge on Rich Halas, and in a position to extend it now. His fill in box 7, game 2, following his second mark of this game, a spare in the 6th. Decent fill of 7.
Missed the head pin, but he dropped 7, as John said. Decent fill, 1, 2, 10 left. Not an easy spare, but makeable. Try to split the 1 and the 2. Just like that. With James up there to give him a high 5. This went like they were tied together.
Right here. Let's go.
This ball will be for 50 bucks. 3 in a row, 3 marks in a row. Strung 4 together in game 1.
No one, including me, thought he had a shot at that one. What a spare and a $50 bonus. Plays the wood, clips the 5, throws the 5 into the 7. Halas is going to have to put a couple marks up. Diamond leave, 3, 5, 6, and 9.
Four in a row open for Hawk. 2 10s, 2 9s. Now's the time to turn it up. Running out of opportunities.
He must have a mark here. Keep himself in the match and a chance going down the stretch. The final 3.
Gonna be a tough one. Another 9, 3 in a row. It appears that Dave Hodge is going to dethrone Rich Halas after 6 weeks on top. And if he can get past that 269 total, he will knock Hawk out of the top 3 2-game totals.
It's at 255 right now.
That'll be a double whammy for Hawk.
Play the wood to the left. Yes, 4 in a row.
A textbook display of converting spares to Dave Hodge.
You can see the replay right off the wood, through the 2-pin over into the 6. Just going out with a flurry just like he did the first game. He's already at 269.
One more pin.
Actually, he's 273 because he's got 4 pins standing that he knocked down. So.
He's your new number 3 in that top 3 list. Big 141.
278 for a 2-game total.
Top 2 scores, Dave Barber, John Zappi tied at 296. Barber holding the tiebreaker with the high single. But 278 gets Dave Hodge into 3rd place.
Hawk needs strikes. Actually, he needed a strike in that frame. We have a new champ. Even a spare here in the 9th and then a triple strike would not be enough. So it's quite a reign for Hawk Halas.
6 weeks in a row. One more box to go. Makes you appreciate even more what guys like Det Klein and the all-time record holder John Zappi have accomplished with their streaks of 8 and 9 weeks respectively. That'll do it. Dave Hodge, your winner. And the new champ back with a wrap-up after this on CNN. Back in Woburn for the wrap-up with the new champ, Dave Hodge, who defeats Hawk Halas and moves into the top 3. And you really were putting together a how-to video on converting those spares.
I don't know. You never know what you're going to get here in this place. I threw a good ball, weird results, and you just got to pin. It's pin to win in this game, and Hawk's a great bowler. So, you know, I know I needed everything I could get, but there's some weird stuff. I was converting some weird stuff, and, I mean, it feels good to be on the other side of the angle this time, so it was great.
Yeah, I sit back and I try to analyze all the bowling, and today you didn't miss a legitimate spare leave, but you made some terrific shots, and I think that was the difference today.
That's a big difference. So it's all the difference. I mean, I had to analyze to take an extra second look at those shots. You don't realize how important it really is giving yourself an extra second and taking a shot. And I converted a few today, and it was a big help. And Hawk's a great bowler, and again, and I'm just glad to be here. So
Dave, congratulations. We'll see you back here next week.
Thank you.
And you two at home, right here on CN8 for the Candlepin Challenge.